Lifetime opportunity. That's right, an incredible 4,000-carat diamond for the piddling sum of $2 million. That number again, 1-800-STAR-WARS. Call now. Tell them Yoda sent you. This can be yours today for the special rock bottom introductory price of $2 million. The number to call is 1-800.
So, did we already introduce ourselves? Should we do it again for real? Who's going to start? Peter.
Hi, I'm Peter Chan, and I'm the lead artist.
You drew that painting right there, right?
Yes, I did, yes.
Okay.
I'm Larry Ahern, lead animator.
You killed that bird.
And I think that was a Leela scene.
Oh, okay.
She's the animal killer.
I like the mustache trees in that last shot, Peter. I'm Tim Schaefer, co-project leader of this lovely game.
And I am Dave Grossman, other project leader and designer and writer, along with Tim of the co and other. Yeah.
Clint Bajakian, one of the composers.
Peter McConnell, one of the composers.
Nice. The game has begun, you guys. Okay, so we saw the lovely... What's the name of that classical music that plays during the opening voice?
Rossini, William Tell Overture. It's the quiet part of the William Tell Overture.
There's two classical pieces that mean morning in cartoons.
Yes, there's that one, and then there's... And the other one is... That's from... Where is that from?
I don't remember.
It might be Peer Gynt or something like. That's a good guess.
It's not another place in the Rossini, is it?
No. I think it's Peer Gynt. I think.
But for that opening scene with the music, we actually got the score and sequenced the ink into the MIDI sequencer.
Mm-hmm. That was one of the big panning sequences, like wide pieces of art for the game.
Oh, the room shot? It was a double room.
Mm-hmm. And I noticed there's a poster with an L from Laverne and Shirley on that poster back there.
Here's one of our giant animation scenes.
How did you lip sync back then? Because we didn't have any tool. Nowadays we use a tool for lip syncing. Do you just by hand?
I think we just timed it out like the old-fashioned timing sheet.
Now that was for the cinematics, but for in-game, wasn't it Eric Wilmunder?
I thought it just blah 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 chattered.
I think the in-game was just on-off with audio on-off.
Yeah, there's no actual lip syncing to the majority of the game,
so
which is funny since I have gotten many compliments on the lip syncing for this game over the years.
Because it loops around, and every percentage of the time it's on, right?
Well, because I remember Eric.
Yeah, I think Eric designed some kind of an algorithm for making the lips move to the level of volume.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If there are pauses in the audio, it stops moving the lips.
Yeah.
That's true.
Now these credits were done by Kyle Balda.
That's
You're
right.
saying entirely on his internship?
Yep.
So wait, did we not pay for these credits? Or did we pay for them?
He got paid, right?
I think so, yeah. He took time. This is Peter, the other Peter. We took time out of CalArts. He came and spent some time with us, and we gave him this intro as an internship, and he did a fabulous job.
Seems like a funny thing to do, like, hey, you're an intern, you've never done this before. Do you want to do the entire animated intro, the most...
But I remember when he did, when he finished something, he shared it with us. We were all blown away by it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
The most iconic signature piece. Can you hurry and finish that before you go back to school?
Set the entire tone for the look of our game, and...
It was excellent.
I would later learn that this was the perfect piece to have Kyle work on because he was colorblind, as it turns out.
I didn't know that.
I saw him working on something else, and he had other people picking his colors for him.
Oh, interesting. There was another 3D artist we had there in B Building that was colorblind too, and it was one of those things where people were just kind of, have you noticed everything he does? The reds don't make sense or whatever. I couldn't remember what it was.
Oh, the cow. I always get really happy watching these credits. I like the stretchy cow neck.
That cow should have showed up again later somewhere.
Yeah.
Missed opportunities.
What if the cow had come on their journey with them? Everything would have been so different.
Well, here's the story explanation right now for why the cow doesn't come.
Because he's just tired.
Doesn't want to make
Like
the walk
I've been
up
to the
hill.
mansion before.
Now, this is the first fight I had with Peter McConnell. Do you remember this, Peter?
Yes, I was gonna.
You were gonna mention that?
If you were gonna remember it.
Because the opening cutscene was too long, and we always had a problem with too long opening cutscenes, and so we were like, let's split it in half and put an interactive sequence. So there's an interactive sequence that's about to start, but I seem to remember it was the wrong time of day for you because it's nighttime outside. It started in the daytime with the mutation scene, then it became nighttime.
Right.
But then what happened? Then it turned into daytime at the end. That's what bothered you because the music couldn't make that transition in your mind.
Yeah, well, I think mostly I was crabby because the cutscenes and the interactivity required a bunch of programming in iMuse. And I'd finished it one way, and then you changed it to another. And so I think I came up with some sort of artistic argument that had to do with daylight like that, but
that's an important thing to learn running a project, to not change them after someone spent hours and hours making something.
Well, it was also an important thing to learn not to step way out of your bailiwick and tell the guy who's writing the scene how to write the scene.
Oh, there are bailiwicks all over the place in this game.
Aha, ein Geheimgang. Das ist fast schon zu einfach.
Laverne, wie bist du nach oben gekommen?
Ich bin oben? Ups.
Hast du Tentakel gesehen?
Was sind Tentakel?
Oh, nur etwas, das ich in meiner Freizeit erfunden habe. Gute Tiere eigentlich. Bis einer von ihnen versuchte, die Welt zu erobern. Ich musste die beiden im Keller fesseln.
Gut, dass Sie uns das gesagt haben.
Ja, Bernhard wollte, dass wir sie befreien.
Zum Glück seid ihr nicht so blöd. Sagtest du Bernhard?
Okay, ihr seid frei.
Danke, Bernhard.
Ja, danke, du naiver Mensch. Jetzt bin ich frei, um die Welt zu erobern.
Warte.
Oh ja, jetzt erinnere ich mich. Er ist unglaublich böse, oder?
Ich versuche ihm das auszureden.
Ach, welchen Schaden könnte ein verrücktes, mutiertes Tentakel schon anrichten?
Verdammter Mist!
Dr. Fred!
Was hast du diesmal wieder gemacht, du neugieriger Milchtoast? Jetzt ist Purpur tentakelfrei und kann seine Macht benutzen und die Welt erobern, um die Menschheit zu versklaven.
Ups.
Die einzige Hoffnung ist jetzt, meine Matschmaschine auszustellen und zu verhindern, dass das Mutagen in den Fluss gelangt.
Ist es nicht ein bisschen zu spät dafür, Doktor?
Sicher. Deswegen müssen wir es schon gestern machen. Ab zur Zeitmaschine.
Das ist alles deine Schuld, Bernhard.
Achtung, Kinder, der Kron und John.
Doc, kannst du Bernhard nicht alleine schicken?
Nein, ihr müsst alle gehen, um die Chance zu erhöhen, dass wenigstens einer überlebt.
Sind schon mal irgendwelche Leute hier drin verletzt worden?
Natürlich nicht. Das ist das erste Mal, dass ich es mit Menschen ausprobiere. So weit, so gut.
And then there's the porta potties. vessels.
Chronojohns.
Yep.
Chronojohns.
This, by the way, is an amazing full-screen animation before it was possible to do full-screen animation.
And not actually animated. That's all. The background's all color cycling.
It's all color cycling.
A lost art in the world of.
I forgot about that.
Now that computers work like they should, you don't have to do that stuff anymore.
You know, if you look at Mark Ferrari's website, not that Mark Ferrari worked on this game, but he was the master of color cycling. And he has a whole website where he's done it in a more high-end way, like with higher res color cycling. He just kept perfecting that to higher and higher resolutions.
Yeah, that stuff was crazy. He was into it, and then I think Bill Eakin was the one that inherited the mantle from him when he left.
All the lava in Indy 4.
Yeah.
See, color cycling.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that was like 2-3 frame animations.
And a little surf music for Hoagie. We always had a place for surf music in our games. The Bone Wagon theme.
Yep.
That's right.
I think that surf music was yours.
That was mine. Yeah, I did that last little sequence there.
Yeah, you know the musically, this I believe was the last project that we all worked on together, sort of equally as composers, where there was no lead composer and we all pretty much
panicked and freaked out together.
Ich hätte doch nicht diese Billigjuwelen aus dem Katalog bestellen sollen.
Was ist mit Hoagie und Laverne passiert?
Ich wusste, ich hätte einen richtigen Diamanten kaufen sollen.
Leben sie noch?
Laut meiner Anzeige ist der Dicke 200 Jahre in der Vergangenheit gelandet. Und die andere hängt 200 Jahre in der Zukunft.
Na los, bringen Sie sie zurück.
Werde ich ja, sobald ich einen neuen Diamanten habe. Dann müssen deine Freunde nur noch ihren Chrono John anschließen und...
Anschließen? Wo soll Hoagie denn eine Steckdose finden? 200 Jahre in der Vergangenheit.
Tja, nun, er braucht wohl meine patentierte Superbatterie, was? Tja, aber wo habe ich die Pläne dafür nur hingetan?
Pläne? Wie sollen wir Hoagie denn die Pläne schicken?
Stör mich nicht mit Details, Junge. Hilf mir, die Pläne zu finden. Sie sind hier irgendwo.
Also, was soll ich jetzt machen?
Ich dachte, ich hätte mich klar ausgedrückt. Erstens, Pläne finden. Zweitens, Welt retten. Drittens, raus aus meinem Haus. Los geht's!
Okay, am I right, or is this is finally the game starting? Like the game, all of that was intro.
Right, all that was intro.
The game has now finally begun. And then as soon as you walk off screen, we freeze again for another cutscene. Ah, okay, now we're playing.
So the original cutscene was like 7 minutes
before we added that brief, tiny introduction to. We always were wrestling with that. I felt in adventure games, like you want to tell the story and set it up for, the intro, but then you think of another, before the intro, we should do this other little intro, and then you'd end up with all these like intros to the intros to the intros, and they get super long.
I feel like that's just because we were inexperienced writers.
No, I think
some people like that. Some people like that you set the whole stage and then they're interactive, and some people are just clicking and they want to get to it.
Yeah, but we never respected those people, to be honest. We just clicked to get through it. The reality is you guys had a story to tell, and that's the way to set it up and get people invested in it so that when they actually get into the interactive part, they feel invested. And
were these cutscenes escapable back then? Did we?
You could, but you'd be so confused if you just started this game.
Right.
And I do feel like we're asking the player to play a part in this story, and it's mean to make them wait so long before they can.
True, but at least they're being entertained.
But of course, it's a classic, full of mistakes, but a classic.